Hi, I'm Marcus Budimulia. In these sessions, I would like to talk a bit about God. Right? The reasons I bring up this topic because many times recently or before as well, people say, "Oh, God says so," or "This is because of God plan like that." That's why my life is like this. So, or my career is like this. So, some of the things I think personally that I would like to share when some of the topics, some of the pointers that come up to my mind, and I listen to people share about their complaint to God. Right. So, first is that many times we choose not to listen to others people advice. God for sure talk through other people, through our dreams, and to talk to other books perhaps that we are reading, but we think that we are always correct. So even people, even our parents, perhaps only share the advice because our parents usually is having certain talent, right, by God, given by God that can provide the advice, but we choose not to listen. Number two, one of the reasons, common reasons that I share is that when even though they pray to their own God, but they don't want to follow because for them maybe it's too slow. The steps that they need to do, or some of the solutions that is prompted into their heart, into their mind, into their people that they're asking advice is too lousy and doesn't make sense. So that's why they didn't want to obey. At the result, they just proceed according to what they think is correct. Number three, they don't learn from the mistake. They know that it didn't work. The people you already ask questions from other people, but they think that that one is maybe it's not correct. This person is not correct. Then they just continue, and they know that they might have a risk, but they like to continue to take the risk. It's the same like you know that the cryptocurrency nowadays a lot of topic about cryptocurrency. Right? Bitcoin is being impacted by Elon Musk statement, but because they already experienced something good, but you know it's going down, all the news say it's not good. Do not put that one as investment because actually cryptocurrency is not for investment. It's more like gambling rather than investment. But you still do not want to learn from the money that you have lost, and you hope that you can still gain. So those are the things. Like similarly, when we want to make the decisions, you know, it's already people already say so, but we think that we still want to gamble and we want to try out one more time. The other one that is another pointer that I can see is that people say, oh, okay, God says so. Why did God didn't talk to me? Why God talk to the other people? Because it depends on your beliefs, different on your religion. Some of your friends might have the same religion and can hear from God, but why God never talked to me? Well, first of all, if the same like you want to spend time, personally for me, you want to spend time with your children, with your spouse, you need to put a time, set aside a time, dedicate the time to sit down, to communicate with them, to have interactions. So if you, you don't interact with them, even though you stay in the same house, and during circuit breaker, during lockdown nowadays, but if you don't spend time, you prefer to watch TV in your room, your spouse perhaps watch TV in your living room, or they play games separately, even though they sit next to each other, then you cannot blame that your spouse doesn't want to talk to you because we also do not want to spend time. So similarly, even God is we cannot see, right? Nobody can see God, so it's even worse. Don't blame God, but we need to know what we have been doing as well to invest our time to know Him or to know to listen to His voice. Number five, reflect. Have we been doing what we people already advise us? Have we been doing like maybe if you're in the certain spiritual organizations, your leaders have talked to you. If those leaders already talk to you, you already asked, but you do not want to listen, then don't blame to them, don't blame to your advisors, don't blame to your parents, don't blame to God as well. Because at the end of the day, we are in the driving seat. It is up to us whether we want to listen or we want to obey, and we want to do whatever that is advice given to them. Of course, under the umbrella of common sense, under the umbrella of ethical values, under the umbrella of some miraculous things can happen. Those are the things that you need to put into considerations. But if you keep, you know that the advice is good, but you don't want to listen to them, then don't blame anybody. Just take the responsibilities, take the ownership, and try to learn and try to improve it for a better way next time when you are being faced with the same challenge. So it's not easy, but for me, my point is that do not blame God for everything that didn't happen according to what you would like to achieve. There is a purpose why we need to go through that one. If there are people around you already provide advice, try to obey at least and try to listen and try to follow, and you can fine tune when you implement those advice according to the situations that you're facing. Thank you, and hopefully it is useful.